أهلا بكم مرة جديدة في العشية وفي فقرة الأنيمي. فقرة الأنيمي اليوم جدا مميزة ومختلفة لأنها حيكون فيها عمار وكل يتابع فينا من أهم الشخصيات في عالم صناعة وإخراج الأنيمي. عمار وكان له مشاركة مهمة في مسلسل ون بيس، أنيمي ون بيس. قبل ما نحكم مع هذا الضيف المميز في حلقتنا نمشوا نشوفوا تقرير وبعدها راجعين.
يلا.
يوجد العديد من الأنميات في الساحة الفنية، ولكن اسم ون بيس هو متصدر الساحة بسبب الأنيميشن الذي أصبح بمستوى رفيع وجودة عالية، والقتال المرتقب بين لوفي وكايدو الذي ينتظره محبين المسلسل خلال الفترة الماضية من عرض أنمي ون بيس. تم العمل على الحلقات الأسبوعية من قبل العديد من المخرجين والأشخاص، حيث ترك هنري ثورلو بصمته في العديد من الحلقات. لوفي في السجن، هجوم كوسكي الأول، تحول كايدو لتنين. ولا يزال أنمي ون بيس مستمر في تقديم العديد من اللحظات والقتالات الملحمية بمختلف أنواعها.
دائما زميلنا ادم الكوافي صراحه يجيب لنا في ضيوف مهمين جدا في برنامج العشية في عالم الانمي وصناعه الالعاب. ايضا محمد ضيفنا اليوم مهم جدا، واحد من اقوى الانميات الموجوده في الساحه، مخرج كبير حيكون معنا حاليا.
مزبوط عمار. قبل ما نرحبوا به بنقولوا بأن هذا المخرج شارك في أهم الحلقات من مسلسل ون بيس الشهير العالمي، وكان له تجربة في إخراج 20 دقيقة من هذا الأنمي. طبعا اللقاء حيكون شوية عربي وغالبيته باللغة الإنجليزية، ولأنها مسجلة هذه الفقرة فأكيد حتطلع لكم الترجمة على الشاشة. So we need to welcome the animator Harry Thorlow in our show. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's such an honor to have you here.
Oh no, the honor's all mine.
Thank you.
There's always a question like run in our heads, like how many time it takes to animate and manga an episode. Like you had a chance to have animate one of the episodes of One Piece. So how many times? It does take a lot of time or short time?
It takes a long time to make animation, but sometimes you don't have that long of a schedule, which is why you have to be a professional. You have to know where you can take shortcuts, but still make sure the end product looks good. Yeah, so it does take a long time because there's just hundreds and thousands of drawings and lots of steps in the whole process, from storyboarding until the final video is rendered.
Producing 20 minutes, how many time? Like, if you can tell us about
how many hours,
how many
days,
not hours
weeks.
For sure. So to produce 20 minutes, how many time you need?
It's interesting. It really varies. The schedule is almost decided beforehand. So, there's some feature films that are an hour and a half long and they take years to make. Old Disney movies used to take years, and then in Japanese anime, some of the feature films you hear about, they have multiple year schedules. And in that case, you would have months and months and months for any given 20 minutes. But television series, it also depends what part of the process you're talking about. If you want to start all the way back at storyboarding, then there is some time. There might be a half a year or something like that. But then again, when you're talking about just the actual animation process, once things are locked in and you're just actually drawing all those pictures, it might be a matter of only 1 month or a little bit more.
Wow, it's too much.
Yeah.
In the latest arc, the animation art were amazing. Will the next episodes will be the same?
Oh, of One Piece?
Yeah.
So I only recently entered Toei Animation about a half a year ago. I've been in the anime industry out here in Japan for a while, but I've really joined Toei just about half a year ago. And for the last few years, Toei has done a great job with the current story arc. And yeah, I think it's just going to keep getting better and better. We have a whole lot of ideas for some of the upcoming episodes, so please keep your eye out. I think what Toei does is amazing because there's never a break. It's not like one season and then everyone can relax and we can all go back to square one and figure out how to proceed. It's just never ending 20 to 30 minutes of new content every week forever. It never ends.
Yes.
And so to keep up that high quality never-endingly is really impressive. They have an amazing staff there and just an amazing process. I'm learning a lot on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we say like today the magic of our world, it's the technology. So how the technology like made your work easier today?
A lot easier. In the past, I've done paper and pencil animation a little bit, but mostly for cleanups. I haven't done too much key animation. A little bit. I did a little bit for my first few jobs, but you could never test how the animation really looked, right? Because you would just have all these papers in front of you, and you would have to visualize in your head and try to guess the timing as best as possible. But then later on down the line, once it started getting in between and you actually had a video of what you were making, then you could confirm certain things were working or not. Technology makes it so that you can confirm it instantaneously. So I can rough out what I'm doing and then hit play right in front of me to make sure that the timing is working the way I want it to and the camera motion is working the way I want it to. So it's incredible. Yeah, you can confirm everything right away.
I see.
This is a good question. Who's your favorite character in One Piece?
I know it's hard the question, but you need to answer.
Yeah, but everyone wants to know.
Everyone wants to know. There's so many. I really do love them all. But if I had to pick one, I would say I'm a Zoro fan. I like Zoro. I think he's just super cool, swordsman character. There's a ton of anime out there with cool swordsmen. One Piece, which is set in this really, unique, weird fantasy world. The one thing I would guess that they wouldn't have would be a swordsman that's super cool and beats all of the other series. But One Piece has even that. Even the coolest swordsman is in One Piece. So that amazes me. Like he's such a cool character. In a series where everyone's really silly, and he's silly too, but I love how cool his scenes can get.
And another good question, what about the best fight for you?
The best fight? Oh man, that's hard. That's hard because there's so many things that go into a fight. Is it just the best fight via like crazy action animation, or is it the best fight via like the emotion that it brings out of me? I personally like one part of One Piece that I always loved, and I think this is a little controversial because some people really don't like it. I love Skypia. I love the whole history of that island. I thought it was a really good, backstory of the history, and I thought the whole climactic battle that happened in the sky. I won't say spoilers for people that might not know, but the whole climax of that happening all the way up in the sky, and Luffy really only had one punch, like one chance to punch, and it was just really, really intense. I really love that one for the plot. For the plot, that was maybe my coolest fight of the series.
I'm at Otaku, and the best fight for me, it's when Madara attacked the United Army in Naruto show, if you know it.
In Naruto.
In Naruto, did you watch
Madara?
For sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Madara. Yes. That one's great too. If you're going to
amazing.
All different anime, Naruto has a whole lot of really, really great ones too. Totally agree.
Yeah. Okay. Now my question is about the fans. We know that in Middle East and in the world there is millions of fans of the legend One Piece. So do you have a message for them, especially for Libyans who are really watching this episode? Because they see One Piece, it's a legend, and you were a part of One Piece. So what's your message for them?
Oh man, what's my message? I'm just a fan too, and I think everyone on the staff is a fan. If I had to send a message as a one of the contributors the One Piece anime. I would say understand that everyone on the staff loves this as much as all of the fans out there. So any decision we make really is trying our best to service the series that we really love, you know? And so, you know, there's always going to be ups and downs, especially with with that never-ending schedule that I mentioned earlier. But please know we are really trying our best for every moment of the series, and trying to figure out, you know, just how to deliver the absolute best experience we possibly can.
Did you work close to Oda?
No. I haven't met him yet. Maybe one day I would love to. But again, I just entered Toei half a year ago. Until half a year ago, I had been working on other anime. I worked on Boruto a little bit, and before that, years ago, Tokyo Ghoul, Akatsuki no Yona. Like only recently have I really jumped into One Piece.
Okay, great. So it was a dream for you to be an animator. Like you are today, and what's your next dream in this field or other fields?
Always deliver something better than I have. Every single time something of mine comes out, I hope everyone says, this is the best Henry's ever done. So whether that's animation or whether that's direction, at the previous studio I was at, De Art Stagio, I got to work as a director on some projects. There was a Netflix anthology, Sturge Hill Simpson, Sound and Fury. I got to direct and write one of those segments. So I would love to explore being a director more. I would love to explore animating harder, more difficult, more important scenes than I've ever animated before. And just whatever I'm doing at the time, I just hope every time I put in my all, and I'm constantly getting better. So it's just always better stuff than the previous time. And of course, the long-term goal is, like, you know, big famous director. I'd love a movie.
For sure. Yes, I'm
like
sure you can make
point.
it. I'm sure about that.
You know that everyone wants to know when it will be the end of One Piece. So do you have any idea?
I don't. Yeah, I hear some little things before some of the fan base does, because it's related to like model sheets and things like that. So there's like little itty bitty details that I kind of know, but only little ones. I also read the chapters every week when they come out, and so does the whole staff. And we're like, oh, so this is where it's going. Oh, cool. I can't wait until we get to animate that. But we really don't, like, we haven't had any secret meeting with Oda and know the ending or anything. Like we're also, you know, just fans, like I said.
Yeah, okay. American in Japan, it's like comics and manga. So what do you prefer, comics or manga?
I mean, if it's a Japanese production, you know, I think manga is fine. I mean, I think there's a difference. You know, the black and white kind of weekly released or monthly released Japanese chapters, and then the thick, you know, one volume manga. I think they're a little different than American comics. Sure. So I think, you know, I think you can separate those two words.
Okay.
We want to thank you to be here with us.
Yes.
Thank you. It's such an honor to have you in our show. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mr. ثورلو. He's an animator. وأكيد نشكر كل الناس اللي تبعت هذه المقابلة، وأكيد حاولنا قدر الإمكان أن نختصره معاه، لأن عمار هو يعني شخصية كبيرة ومعروفة في عالم صناعة الأنمي. ممكن الناس اللي قريبة على هذا العالم حتعرف قيمة أن لما يكون شخص مخرج لوحدة الحلقات ون بيس اللي واصل أكثر من 1000 حلقة اليوم، يعني عمر ون بيس. قدم واحدة من الحلقات، وحنحاولوا في نعرضوا يعني جزء منها هذه الحلقة اللي هو قدمها للناس اللي ممكن ما تعرفش أي حلقة بالضبط هو أخرجها. وفي نفس الوقت حسيت أنه هو يعني كيف نقول لك، يعني نعرفوا أنه هو أودا مثل ما تلاقاش معاه، يعني المخرجين يكونوا مشغولين طبعا، وصعب أنه يعطوك من وقتهم، يعني حتى في مقابلة في أي مكان في العالم.
رغم يشتغل معاهم واشتغل معاهم بس ما هوش
بالضبط. ولكن ممكن اليوم احنا في عصر شنو، في عصر ان الناس كلها حابه تكون قريبه من المشاهدين، صح. من المتابعين، من المحبين، مش بس قراب من الكاتب. قراب من المخرج، من الانيميتر، من الدايركتور، كل حد يعني اشتغل على الانمي.
عالم كبير بصراحه، وعنده محبين بشكل كبير في كل الدول، في ليبيا بالتحديد. فحبينا دائما ننقل لكم الجانب الاخر، مش بس اخبار عالم الانمي، ما وراء الانمي او صناع الانمي، دائما نسلطوا عليهم الضوء ونجيبوا في تفاصيل كثيره. لعل وعسى في يوم من الايامات ليبيا تولي حتى هي محطه من المحطات اللي تنتج في هذا الفن الرائع. شفنا محاولات قبل هيك في مجلات ليبيا وكان مستواها جيد يعتبر، ولكن التشجيع والدعم له دور كبير للاستمراريه والوصول لمستوى عالي زي اليابان.
يا ريت والله نتمنى، واكيد نقدروا. وطبعا نعرفوا ان حتى في منطقه الشرق الاوسط ده في شغل على الانمي، واصدرت حتى مجلات مانجا عديده. وفي ليبيا عندنا ممكن تجربه حبكه كانت مميزه في صناعه المانجا الليبيه، وممكن ان هي يتم اخراجها وانيميتر باش تصبح انمي، ونتمنى يكون في فعلا انمي ليبي عمار بالمستوى الحلو اللي شفته في المانجا الحبكه الليبيه.
وصلنا لنهاية فقرتنا هذه محمد،
ونهاية حلقتنا لليوم. أكيد حنتلاقوا معكم في حلقة ثانية. إلى اللقاء،
مع السلامة، تصبحوا على خير.